Envious's record. Now, who are the Grouchy Desperados, you might be asking? Well, that's a good question. All indications are they've been scrimming these top teams very well. I've seen some of their gameplay on them. They look very close with these other teams, and I know that I've played against them several times. I've said, "Oh crud, I'm playing against Brett Expert again," many times. Very good players. They've been working well together, kind of forming a team. And they messaged me like, "Are weekly still happening? We need to get our team in there." And I said, "Well, we're in Overkill right now. I don't think you can get in." And it just so happens, here they are.
Yep, take a look at the map bans. They have been going on for a little bit here. Our map pool will be Hollywood, Numbani, Nepal, Lijiang Tower, and Kings Row. And that means Kings Row is not actually going to be the first map here. In fact, it could be Numbani.
What a stunner. Numbani is a map that not a lot of teams have been going to lately. We think Reunited's pretty good on there, but they've lost a couple maps on Numbani lately too. So it feels a little different than some of the other King of the Hills. The Streets phase is very prolonged, a lot more wide open than other Streets phases, and we'll talk more about it as that is the map we're going to first.
Yep, Numbani, really have associated Numbani the most with Reunited. I feel like we've seen them play the map the most, and they've been one of the best teams at it. But now we get to see some Numbani North American style here as we get to see Team Liquid face off with the Grouchy Desperados. And for Team Liquid, this is really do or die for them, I would say. They absolutely need to win this game. Dropping a team to a relatively unknown team like Grouchy Desperados, even though they do have some veteran players on it, I think that would be pretty rough for TL here. This is... I call this a must-win for Team Liquid.
It's a must-win, and it's probably a should-win. Although, we've heard, again, in scrims that Grouchy is a team that is on the rise here. And with Envious falling, we're definitely looking for new blood in the NA scene. They're looking to make it...
Rhino, someone please tell me.
Someone in chat let us know. No, we're getting prepped for the stream and for the tournament and everything. We're going over things back and forth. Very serious stuff, map.
Yeah, the golden rhino on the... Okay, so I don't know why there's a golden rhino on the map to begin with. It's just there. It's just like, okay, some artist thought there should be a golden rhino. And then today, looking at Milo's player portrait, Milo from LG, there's a player icon of the golden rhino. What is the point of the golden rhino? Someone please tell me.
Someone in chat let us know. No, we're getting prepped for the stream and for the tournament and everything. We're going over things back and forth. Very serious stuff, me and ZP. And then he's like, "Can I just talk about this golden rhino for a bit? It's really ruining my life."
No, it's on the it's actually about a minute till the cast. It's like, why is his icon the golden rhino? Why is this going on?
I think you're going to start seeing it everywhere in your average, everyday goings about in life. Running to the bank, there's going to be golden rhino bank, things like that. It's going to follow you.
I mean, golden rhino bank, could that be a bank? Did you just accidentally sell out for something that we're not selling out for officially? But speaking of officially selling out, what are we selling out for?
I would never
before
betray our official and grand sponsors of Matcherino G2A and DX Racer. Of course, they're the ones furnishing this amazing prize pool of $5,000 for our Overkill.gg league. It's been phenomenal. We've worked with everyone in the past. If you've been around for our GosuGamers weeklies that we've done for months as well, Matcherino's been in there from the ground floor. They allow you to crowdfund and donate towards the favorite tournaments and things that you like. So !Matcherino in chat brings you to our tournament page. We're letting you get in on the action for free. You can donate $1 into the prize pool using coupon code Overkill. Then, of course, if you want to save your extra money and not put on top of that to maybe spend on a game at G2A or maybe buy one of these wonderful chairs from DX Racer, we would encourage you to do that. Without our sponsors, we couldn't bring you these games, these tournaments. Without them, without the tournaments, you wouldn't be here. Without you being here, we wouldn't have sponsors. It's the circle of life, and you're a part of it.
Absolutely beautiful. That being said, we are getting in here on the Bonnie in just a moment. They're asking if we're ready. We are ready. Map number 1, Team Liquid versus Grouchy Desperados, heading your way here in just a moment.
I'm really excited just to see what Grouchy can do. And like you said, they should be getting the best game out of Team Liquid possible. Because Team Liquid back against the walls in our league. 0-6 so far in maps, 0-2 in sets. They need something here, and this is a great chance for them. They're not facing off against a team with the pedigree of Envious. Grouchy is an unknown quantity at this time. The players are not, but as a team, we have yet to see them play together, and now they have a really tough test in Team Liquid.
Yeah, and really I could see either team taking this here. Could go either way. I would think the Team Liquid will be favored here, and honestly, experience-wise, I feel like they should win, but we didn't add Desperados willy-nilly. We do think that they have a good chance here of carrying on Envious's legacy, or at least making the games tough for the teams that play them, so don't count out Desperados yet.
Yeah, and be on the aware if I get a robot voice. My ping just skyrocketed here, so if something
the
needs to be
Comcast Nation is attacking.
Yeah, I'm at about 700 ping in this airport, and I don't think it's the server. It might be my end, so just be aware if I do go Mr. Roboto, I'll be back in shortly.
All right, so taking a look here at the defense coming out for the side of Team Liquid. We are going to have Mesrar on the Reinhardt, to hang on Mercy, Buds on Widowmaker, Dummy on Junkrat, AZK on the 76, and Durs on Lucio.
So, relatively new lineup, and we'll start seeing what they prefer here from Grouchy Desperados. Mangachu is on Pharah on offense to begin with. Naptime is on Mercy, Chronic on Reinhardt, Bread Expert on Lucio, Dump Truck on Winston, and MTG on McCree.
I wonder if that's short for Magic the Cutter. Like, that's all I see when I see the abbreviation MTG. Of course, that might be bringing me back to all the days where you play, StarCraft Brood War, and there's like MTG custom games, and I'm going way, way far back. But taking a look here, the offense not wasting any time moving forward, and it looks like they might be favoring the up the middle approach here, not wasting any time, getting right in there as MTG finds his match. Bud's the quick pick onto the McCree. Bud starting things out with a bang on that Widowmaker. Here he's able to get Mangachu looking for more. That's 2 kills for Buds here as the defensive Team Liquid looking absolutely stellar to start out Nimbani.
Yeah, just absolutely crushed that first push. Not only did Buds get some kills, AZK towards the end there, so that is a complete reset for the offense here, and didn't look great.
The one downside when you do decide to go with the full frontal approach, as Desperados did there, is that if you fail, you end up feeding a lot of ult charge. And now taking a look at the ultimates coming out for Team Liquid, they have the recon sight on the Widow, they have a Junkrat tire, they're pretty close to getting a tack visor, so ultimate-wise, this is not looking all that great for the side of Desperados early here on Nimbani.
Yeah, Tyre does get into the back line, takes out Bread Expert, so they're going to be down a support even if they try to continue this push. If they decide not to, then they're...
Oh, and AZK with a long-range double kill! Got both Mangachu and makes it a triple kill! AZK using the long-range abilities of Soldier 76 to their maximum, almost gets a Winston as well.
Yeah, I wonder if some nerves are actually coming in from Grouchy here. And, this is not a scrim anymore. They actually are on the big stage in the big time, have a chance, kind of a fluke chance to get into the Overkill League, and you have to think they're a little bit nervous coming to the big stage now. Scrims are not broadcast, they're not public, not a whole lot on the line, so maybe some of that coming out early, but these first couple pushes have not looked great.
Yeah, Desperados in a bit of trouble here. Here they come, though, again. Both Winstons leaping in. Tack visor coming out from AZK as Dump Truck in his sights, and Dump Truck going to get taken out immediately. Mangachu takes out Buds. Still alive, in fact, so Mangachu making some things happen here. Gets a double kill. Still, he'll feed very much in favor of Team Liquid. And AZK with a big mid-air rocket onto Mangachu. Gets a double kill off the res. And I gotta say, AZK has been making the 76 work and then some early on here on Nimbani.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good. Now, Naptime there did fly to his Pharah to try to keep her alive after Mangachu was doing some work. I think it was a bit of a mistake, as the Resurrection would have helped them stay in that fight. The defensive Resurrection definitely came off as well, so perhaps not the best use of a Resurrection, or not use, I should say.
So not a bad look coming out from Liquid here so far, and Desperados look a little bit lost. They're coming in out the middle. They're getting right on the AZK, wanting to take care of the problem. Meanwhile, Mesrar in a bit of trouble here. Only 84 HP, almost goes down right away. 3 kills for the Desperados, and they're definitely finding their groove here. We'll see if it's enough for them to take this point. Mangachu going absolutely ham, gets a double kill on the Pharah. Offensive sound barriers out, and Desperados finding the offensive push. They need to get just a little bit of go.
Yeah,
but
there we go.
Hey, this might be enough to get the payload moving.
Some signs of life. I think they settled down, nerves calmed a little bit. They opened up with a really nice pick onto Hang, taking out that Mercy, of course, crucial to most fights as well. Mangachu going very far forward, trying to get some poke in. They do see it coming, though, and they back out, but a good first capture there from Grouchy.
Yep, Grouchy now moving forward in the streets phase. Mangachu not wasting any time laying down the offensive harassment. AZK, though, for the defense, able to take out Chronic. And AZK no longer on the 76, opting instead for everyone's favorite Cowboy and McCree. Defensive sound barrier is out, but the defense not really rushing too far into this. I wonder if they threw that out a little bit too early. That being said, they are positioning towards the payload, looking for what they can get. We'll see how the Desperados respond. And here's the speed boost. They're moving in. Flashbang is down. AZK takes out MTG. Mangachu with the barrage is immediately taken out by Buzz.
There's the res. Both sides with the res.
Yep, both sides with the resurrection. AZK, though, could be dropping the Deadeye any moment here. MTG able to take out Mesrar, and a little bit back and forth on both sides. Dummy able to take out Dump Truck. The offense a little bit stymied, and a nice headshot from Buds onto MTG. And even though the payload is moving, really, Desperados is paying for every inch that they take.
Yeah, it was a zoning High Noon coming out to try to keep them back, and while it did work momentarily, he did open himself up with that very slow John Wayne walk to get headshot. They did get the cart kind of pushed forward a decent amount. They are going to have some spawns and some ultimates coming up for them too, but right now pushed back all the way to their spawn.
Up and Buds again, finding the pickoffs on Widow. Not really going off in the sense of like double or triple kills, but really finding his stride nonetheless.
They've been timely kills too. They need to have an answer for him. Dump Truck is coming up with a 76 to maybe try to deal with them. They're not running Winston, which they were, because now Widows is so far back that a Winston initiation is not going to work on her either.
I'm looking at AZK. AZK with the flanking Deadeye here, perhaps. Instead, just takes out the Reinhardt. Doesn't get hit by that, moves at the Deadeye, gets Mangachu, ends up dying in turn, but not a bad defense here from Liquid thus far. That being said, we do have the Resurrection coming out for the offense. Mesrar takes out Bright Expert. The offense still swarming on top of the payload, trying to make this happen. Defense just backing up. Buds on the Chronic, and Dummy with the barrage from the top picks off now three people. And rough times here for the Desperados.
Yeah, the one thing in their advantage is that Mangachu almost has his barrage up, and I think their fate on this map has so far been tied with Mangachu's work on Pharah. So if he gets something big done here, that could really help him out. But as he has gone in the map, his success has been tied very steadily to Grouchy's success as well.
Taking a look at Mangachu here. Mangachu does have barrage fully charged up. Could be looking for an opportunity. In fact, that's what he's doing. He's moving around the flank. And he has to be sneaky here, but he needs to get value. Not a whole lot of time left for the Desperados. And look at this. He's coming in off the back, looking to take out Buds first and foremost. Buds getting juggled, able to get away. Buds with a great escape as Durs and AZK get 2 kills for the defense. And it was a nice flank from Mangachu, but the sound barrier really ruining things there. Meanwhile, we do have a Resurrection coming out for the side of the defense. All those fallen heroes are going to come up. And Mangachu might have to just hang on to the barrage, at least for now. Yeah, Dump Truck was able to eventually take out Buds, but not taking him out early with that first initiation really hurt them. Mangachu dies in the backlines as he gets chased down by Liquid, who is designs on maybe camping the spawn. No, they decide to back up, and now we're getting down to some of the final pushes coming out here. So the defense stabilizing, only a minute 20 left, and they're very close to holding here at the second point. You don't see that happen too often, but look at Mesrar here. Mesrar coming in off the flank, does have Earth Shatter at the ready, could drop it at a moment's notice. Dump Truck, though, able to take out Bud, 65 in favor of the Desperados. In comes the Earth Shatter, gets the Lucio, runs in, might get the McCree as well. Mesrar going off of that ultimate, and that is 4 kills for the defense, and a very, very rough situation now for the Desperados, but they're bringing it right back. Yeah, a lot of kills there. Chronic and MTG going ham. You only need a Reinhardt and a McCree, apparently, and there is no one to stop them from getting this second point, and that's exactly what they need to extend the clock here. That's amazing, given how that fight started with the triple kill for the defense. You usually wouldn't see that be brought back, but a great ultimate coming out of Chronic and good follow-up for the side of Desperados. Yeah, some switch-ups here as Mangachu comes up on Soldier 76. They are now running double McCree as Grouchy. You see MTG coming in with the Deadeye, looking, see if he can get anything. Might just be zoning people out in the end, and no, Bud's peaked! Bud's peaked! The Deadeye, and as a result, it is now 6v5 in favor of Desperados. Liquid getting pushed back a bit here. Can MTG get the Pharah? He does! Gets the double kill as well! And Desperados looking better than they've looked all game. MTG still on the flank. Was looking for Lucio. Still might be looking for Lucio. Lucio, though, dodging. He has to move into the flashbang. Lucio's still alive. MTG not able to get the picks he needs there, but still the kill feed very, very much in favor of Desperados, and they're looking good here. They might be able to finish the map. They have both support ultimates up too, which is absolutely crucial. This Mercy needs to stay alive in case everything goes wrong here. Sound Barrier does come off early, though. That's going to keep them very healthy during this last push. Another zoning Deadeye comes in. Dummy will go down. Dump Truck with the Deadeye, able to take out Mesrar. Desperados still momentum on their side. Bud's in trouble. Mangachu takes out Durs, but a big resurrection coming out from Dahang, going to bring up all those fallen defensive heroes, and the defense still might have a shot here. Mangachu busts out the tactical visor, absolutely firing at everything. MTG at the double kill, but Buds comes in. It's not enough. Desperados going to finish out the map. Yeah, good for them. I was worried early on, you know, because I lobbied pretty hard to add a 4th team into this. We were going to roll with three after Envious dropped out, and I'm like, oh no, don't be awful. Don't be awful, Grouchy. But they finally brought it back. I think it was a lot of nerves early on in their first couple pushes, because after that, they looked like a brand new team. Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where Obviously, they're rough around the edges in the Desperados, but they had some really, really low moments in this game, but some really, really high moments, and they set a time in the end of 8:37, and while that's a little bit on the slower side, that's still theoretically defendable, and we'll just see what they bring out here on the second round of Nabani.
Yeah, they really clutched that out. After the first really failed pushes, they got a push towards the end to capture first point, and then it was looking pretty grim again. Probably their last push on to take second capture point, able to clutch that one out as well, and from there they just rolled through. I think a few mistakes came out on defense late, especially, you know, it opened up with the Buds peeking, but then also they had their combo up front, and instead of maybe bailing out of that situation, maybe using a concussion blast to back up, they just went to the skies, got picked off there too, bled players, and were never able to get their feet under them on defense again.
So, 30 seconds till both teams come out with their hero sets. We'll see just what the defense of Grouchy Desperados will be here. But looks like they might be favoring the ye old double builder defense as they're showing Torb Symmetra there for a moment.
Yeah, taking a page out of Cloud9's book. I think they are still going to run a Symmetra here. I think they're just deciding who's going to be on it. There's no other reason to have triple Lucios right now, unless they're just really boosting out the Torbjorn, want him in an interesting spot. We'll see what that defense eventually looks like. I really doubt it's 3 Lucios. Yeah, they do decide to put Bread Expert on Symmetra. So little indecisiveness again, they're kind of showing the signs of being a newish team.
Lucio's going to speed boost out that Symmetra and the Torbjorn. But looking here at the full defensive lineup coming out from the Grouchy Desperados, we have Mangachu on the Torbjorn, Bread Expert on the Symmetra, Nap Time on Mercy, MTG on McCree, Chronic on the Reinhardt, and Dump Truck going to round things out on the Lucio.
Yeah, we'll see how that defense looks. Again, defense, you know, where you make your bones in competitive Overwatch right now. Of course, trying to get through on offense will be Buds on the offensive Widowmaker. Dahang will be playing Mercy, Dummy on Pharah, AZK on McCree, Mesrar on Reinhardt, and Durs on Lucio. I love saying Durs' name.
Get used to, or don't get too used to it though, just because Durs, I believe his preferred name is Frisco. Durs is his Smurf name,
no,
so
I know that.
He might eventually become Frisco, but for now, for our standards, he's just Durs.
Yeah, Nabridgeable prefers to be called Harry Hook. You guess how much I care.
Poor Harry Hook. Always Nabridgeable. Oh man, that being said, the time is set. Here we go. Let's see what the offense of Liquid has in store here. They're moving forward. Will they go up the gut? Will they go up the side? And it looks like they might just be going up the gut. Here they come. Yep, right. Dummy now on the Pharah, moving forward, trying to get in on the back line. 76 going right in onto that 76. Look at this. The offense going really, really far back here, just chasing down the 76, but no, he's going to get away.
It's a very cool spot for a Torbjorn turret.
AZK was able to take out Nap Time as all of that was going down here. Interesting position coming up from the offense. They went all the way deep, and now they're bringing the way back. You don't really see teams go for the high ground like this too often.
No, very interesting engagement indeed coming out from Liquid. They're going to try to deal with this turret. It looks like this spot was just made for a turret.
This is interesting. MTG was able to get the Lucio pick, though. Meanwhile, look at AZK. AZK on a mission, going to the high ground here, able to take out Torbjorn, looking for more, had to make Mercy flee as well. And will AZK be able to get a little bit more here? Is shooting from the balcony. I don't think too many people are on him just yet. Not able to get the 76 immediately, but here comes the Deadeye, able to take out Dump Truck. Bud's able to get Nap Time, and this is working out for the offensive Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid was very spread out in that offensive push, even just from the beginning initiations with Buds in the back line. You know, that's generally bad for an offense, but what it did is it spread out the defense. They were not unable to stay together as a cohesive unit, and then they just lost all their one-on-ones just across the board, losing one-on-ones, and now they're getting pushed back, still scattered. They need to find some time to regroup here.
And AZK continually applying the pressure, was able to get Dump Truck there, moving forward, trying to get the Mercy as well. In a little bit of trouble though, has to back up, but he gets Mangachu with the aid of Buds. So Liquid not stopping with momentum here, and Desperados really need to stabilize.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really rough spot. They cannot bleed any more players. Look, they're probably going to lose the second point here, but they can mount a good defense at some point, but they have to start somewhere just by getting the team together. Dump Truck able to take out Durs, but he also dies to Buds there. Not bad to actually be trading in this situation as defense, as you're going to get spawns up, but at some point, you need to put together a cohesive defense, as I think this card's going to roll the second. Well, no, they're going to come and contend from the top.
Well, time-wise, Desperados still have to defend for another 6 minutes, 15 seconds, so they need to make something happen here in the streets phase. I don't think they want to defend last for that long. That being said, MTG coming forward with the double kill, making his presence known. Immediately getting sniped out by Buds, though, and Buds, he has been very, very reliable for Team Liquid here in both maps. I mean, he's just been consistently getting picks in both rounds here so far in the Bonnie. Moving forward, AZK explodes for a triple kill, and the Desperados looking all out of sorts as the second checkpoint is reached. They still have to defend for 5 minutes and 45 seconds.
They need to find an answer to Buds' sniper. They've had absolutely no answer. They're really only running 2 classes that can kind of deal with it. Now Mangachu comes up on a Pharah, which is okay-ish answer to a Widowmaker. Put some pressure on it at least, but they've had absolutely no answer to Buds on Widowmaker.
AZK able to take out Mangachu. AZK just continually adding on to the kills. Dump Truck finally takes him out, but damage kind of done here as the offensive momentum still moving forward. Bud still looking for the pickoff, able to get Chronic, moving over to the right here, and this is a very dangerous position. He could add on a lot here for the side of Liquid. That being said, off the resurrection, MTG with the triple kill for the defense. Moving forward, takes out Dummy, makes it 4, and MTG finding his moment of glory here. Is Bud still alive? Bud's is still alive. Back here, ends up having to retreat a bit, but not a terrible defense coming out of the side of the Grouchy Desperados, and a lot off the back of MTG.
Well, you know, they do end up losing their Mercy there, but they took out Buds, so even though they lost a support player, that's a trade you'll make every day of the week just based on the fact that Buds has been rocking them. Now that Mangachu is up and stabilized as Pharah, I think he's going to be able to kind of knock Buds out of position where he wants to be. So Mangachu has to stay alive, though. He's been the best answer. He's been the best player on Grouchy so far.
I'm taking a look here. Bud's looking for the pickoffs yet again. He's back in position, gets one shot onto MTG, almost takes him out. Dummy and able to take out Mangachu. However, as Mangachu takes out AZK, and look at Dummy. Dummy coming in over the top. Barrage gets a double kill, makes it a triple. And now both teams fighting out over the cart, but still looking pretty good here for the offense. Brett Expert, one of the only ones remaining on the cart. Solo sound barriers gets knocked away. Doing his best to stay alive, and he's gonna buy time for Mangachu to come in with the barrage. Mangachu with 1 kill off that. AZK though going to shoot him out of the air, but here comes the resurrection, and Desperados might still be in this yet.
Yeah, because they rested right into a high noon for the second time today. Still
they still have 5 people alive. I mean, they're still in the cart. That being said, Team Liquid adding on, piling on, the kill feed going nothing but red. They will deal with the last minute heroics of Grouchy Desperados and take map number 1 with about 3.5 minutes to spare.
Yeah, nice performance by Liquid there, especially Buds. They had absolutely no answer to him. MTG had a good game for himself as well. The McCree's going crazy, but here's AZK on his McCree. This is a Resurrection High Noon, not exactly what you want to res into.
AZK definitely just finding moments to go off both on round 1 and round number 2. And yeah, not a bad showing from AZK. Honestly, Desperados had their moments here too, but they're going to need to find another gear if they want to take a map off Team Liquid heading into map number 2.
Yeah, you know, again, I think a lot of it is just kind of getting used to the competitive play. We haven't seen them really anywhere. I think they played one competitive match together before this. It was one of our weeklies not too, you know, maybe a while ago. I don't recall it. I think so they went out in round of 16. So just trying to get their feet under them. They've shown that they have flashes of brilliance, but to be a good team, to be able to compete with these teams that play at the level of Team Liquid, then you need to be more consistent in your brilliance. Can't just have flashes. So maybe it's just a bad map for them. It's kind of a map that not a lot of teams are really scrimming all that much anymore. Again, like it's kind of fallen a little bit out of favor. We don't see it picked in tournaments at the rate it used to be picked, at least. So we'll see what the next map is. It is Desperados' choice of map. So I'd imagine we're going to see their best map remaining in the pool.
Well, I'll say this much. Kings Row is still in the map pool. Even though it was not a first map choice, it did make it to the final 5 maps, so maybe we'll go to Kings Row, good old reliable. Maybe they'll think that they'll have a little bit of better results going there. But we also, I believe, have 2 King of the Hill maps as well, so we'll just see where they decide to bring it. That being said, I was seeing all the double Winston earlier. I'm not too eager to see Nepal or Lijiang here today. Like, if we don't see Nepal or Lijiang for the rest of the night, I might be okay with that. But as I say that, the map we're going to will be Nepal. And the question is, will we be seeing double monkey from both teams yet again?
Yeah, Super Monkey Ball. We'll see what comes out here. 24 Eyes, you know, London DJ, Kong Beatdown. I don't know, just whatever it is. It's something, but you know, with a newer team in it, they might have a different kind of composition they like to run. Well, we'll see how it goes. We're definitely going to Nepal. I was actually a little surprised. I thought we'd go to Kings Row because I thought they did best when Mangachu was on Farah and doing work as Farah, and Kings Row is a pretty good Farah map. So maybe they'll even bust out a Farah on Nepal. Doubtful, but we'll see what they want to run.
Yeah, I mean, Farah on King of the Hill is not impossible. She hasn't really been in favor, in part because of teams running a lot of powerful hit scan, whether it be double soldiers or double tracers or even double McCrees. Farah's definitely had some trouble in the current meta, but she still has her uses. We see her a lot on First Point for maps like Kings Row, Hollywood, etc. And every now and then we will see her on a King of the Hill map.
Well, nothing interesting coming out of Grouchy Desperados, which is unfortunate. Right now, though, and I think they might just be messing with us, getting our hopes up, Liquid is queued up on some very interesting heroes.
Yeah, the heroes coming out from Liquid, I'm really curious to see if they're going to stay with that Bastion. I mean, everyone's favorite, the one and only El Presidente, as many have called him after that C9 match. They're just spinning around here. I think they're just giving us a show in the beginning. I don't think they're going to stay with double Bastion.
Unfortunate. I have seen Torbjorns run on King of the Hill to some effect. Getting very aggressive with your Torb, with your sentry placements, just kind of being a pain.
Well, here we go. The offensive roster coming out from the side of Team Liquid. We're going to have Mesrar on the Winston, the Hang endures on a pair of Lucios, Buds and AZK on a pair of Tracers, and Dummy on the other Winston. Both teams running double Winston here. We have 4 gorillas on the playing field here, Hex.
Yep, it would make Jane Goodall proud, what we see here. So we're just going to see a lot of Tesla, a lot of lightning. We're going to kind of see what happens at the end of it. Dummy gets his first kill early on. Chronic getting very low.
Bud's able to take out Dump Truck. TL moving forward, able to get the first kills of the game. Now in a big surplus as they move forward. Side of Grouchy Desperados just slowly getting out DM'd here as Team Liquid going to take control of point A first in this game.
Yeah, very easily. They're about 5-1 on kills in favor of Team Liquid. They're not a whole lot of coming out for Grouchy Desperados. MTG did get a lot of damage done. He's going to have Pulse Bomb up. Mangachu already got and used a Pulse Bomb.
Oh, a beautiful Pulse Bomb from Buds! Does so much damage to everyone. Hit both Winstons, hit someone in the back line. And MTG, while he'll get Pulse Bomb on the Buds, it's probably not going to be enough. That is going to be firmly in Team Liquid's favor.
Yeah, I queued up for Quick Play earlier today and ended up having to play against Buds, who was playing Tracer. Wasn't fun. Was not fun at all.
So Team Liquid looking pretty strong here on round 1 Nepal. 35% to their name, and we might just see a mirror match all throughout Nepal here, Hex. Like, I'm not sure either team is going to switch off the double Winston.
Well, I mean, at some point, if you're losing a lot, then you just have to try something different. Even if you think you're putting yourself in a disadvantage by doing so, you might get a kind of sneaky capture just based on the other team not being ready to deal with what you bring at them.
Here we go. Primal Rage is out here for the side of Desperados. They're getting on top of the point. Sound barriers are down. AZK, though, able to take out Nap Time, looking for a little bit more. Will he get more? Liquid starting to get onto the back line. Bread Expert in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. AZK on a double kill here. Taking out Mangachu. Beautiful tracking from AZK. Finally, he goes down to a Winston leap, but I believe the damage has been done here. Team Liquid in a very good position to hold. That being said, the offense of Desperados is swarming, but Mesrar going to clean that up with a double kill of his own.
Yeah, able to get a couple kills. That Pulse Bomb completely whiffs. They really needed that to try to get some momentum as they try to push back in again. Getting kills late into an extended fight is always pretty decent for the team trying to aggress. Unable to hit the Pulse Bomb there.
Oh, Mangachu moving forward with the rest of the Desperados, looking for an early pickoff. Here comes the offensive sound barrier. The Desperados are in. Bread Expert takes out Durs, and this might be the best look that we've seen out of Desperados all map. Sound barrier down for the defense, and is absolute pandemonium on the point. Tesla cannons everywhere, Primal Rage everywhere. Bud's able to take out Nap Time, Chronic on the Dehang. And Desperados still with a little bit more momentum on their side, but AZK bringing it right back. Able to take out Bread Expert, Dummy and Mesrar getting their fill in. And Liquid might be holding this after all.
Yeah, just really rough there. I mean, you want a theory craft with me on how you beat this composition?
I don't really know. I mean, we did see, of course, Envious try and pull out the double McCrees, and it had some effect, but overall, the problem with the double Winston is that not only does it give you early momentum, but it also gives you momentum in terms of chasing things down. If you feel you have an advantage, you can just leap in and take fights on your terms, and it's really, really hard to deal with.
What do you think about on that last stage, maybe running like 2 Maze, just to get on the point and put walls up? Not allowed.
Yeah, I mean, Maze on that point, we've seen people use May on that stage before, the sum effect. I don't know. I just feel like the double Winston is very oppressive. It's very hard to deal with here. I mean, maybe mixing in a Reaper isn't the worst thing in the world, but I feel like no one's really figured out a great answer to it. And that being said, we have more of the same. Both teams staying with the same 2-2-2 as we move in here on the ball.
Yeah, a little ring around the rosy to begin as both teams
this
take
is they're both just moving around here. And here we go. Both Winstons getting in. Tesla cannons firing everywhere. Absolute craziness here. AZK, though, able to take out Dump for the first kill of the game. And we'll see if they can bring this forward. Chronic not in the best shape either. This is going to be Grouchy Desperados down not one, but two Winstons. Team Liquid moving forward. They're going to snowball this in their favor. They're going to charge some ultimates, and they should be able to get the first point.
Yeah, just a decisive first fight win for them again. About 5 kills to 1 coming out in favor of Liquid there. They charge up all their ults. Going to have a huge advantage there. You know, at some point here, Grouchy has to realize that even with this composition, it might give them the best chance, but they're not winning these fights with this composition. Maybe just try something up just as a curveball at some point.
Pulse bomb coming out from Buds. Buds moving in. Another pulse bomb down. And again, 2 quick kills for Team Liquid. They're moving forward. And this is really, really rough times for Grouchy Desperados. You don't want to get pushed back on this map, but that's exactly what's happening. They're not even getting close to that point. AZK picking up a double kill, and Team Liquid being absolutely relentless, moving forward and pushing the Desperados back.
Yeah, they're going to chase down kills here. They get Chronic in the back lines. They're about 10 feet outside of the opposing shuttle, the spawn doors. Brutal stuff here. They do pepper in a Roadhog. I wonder if this is just to deal with the spawn camping or if they're going to run a Roadhog. If Roadhog is good on this stage.
Yeah, Roadhog isn't bad. I mean, he does have the downside of charging up ultimates and all the rest, but like you said, maybe they just need to try something here. The offensive sound barrier is out for the side of Desperados as they try and break out and even get to the middle of the map. Don't try, takes out to Hang. Dummy, though, strikes right back. Takes out Bread Expert, 5v5 now. And Liquid just making this so tough for Desperados. Desperados not even able to get to the center right now.
Yeah, not exactly where you want to be fighting here, but really smart move to get on the point to just get some relief from the front door, make them come back and deal with this. They got both Winstons
just booped off the side, and this is rough. Team Liquid still holding on top of the point, and now with 99% overtime, Desperados has to keep. This is rough for Desperados because they're trying to run the same competition. They did, of course, just switch to the Roadhog, but they've just been struggling to beat this, and I think Team Liquid just beating them at their own game. That being said, we do have a whole lot coming out from Mangachu, and no, he is booped off the side. And this is rough. Team Liquid still holding on top of the point, and now with 99% overtime, Desperados has to keep on the point, or they will lose this round and lose the map. And there it is, Nepal going to Team Liquid. Team Liquid putting themselves up a quick 2-0 over the Grouchy Desperados.
Yeah, rough stuff. I mean, it's kind of what we saw, you know, C9 versus LG, that, you know, a team is very good on this composition, and when they get control of it, it becomes really hard to bring it back. It's just the point presence of your Winstons, of the Winstons with the ults, just absolutely brutal to overcome, and it allows you to just take that momentum right outside to your opponent's spawn. And yeah, I don't know, this is the predominant King of the Hill meta.
I mean, if the kill streaks are anything to go by here, I think what really just comes down to is the fact is that, you know, maybe the Team Liquid Tracers are just a little bit better than the Grouchy Desperado Tracers, and when everything else all being somewhat more equal, you know, Winston's flying at each other, Lucio's in the fray, the team with the better Tracers might pull it out, and definitely good stuff coming out from the side of Team Liquid. And Desperados now on the verge of being down 0-9 for the tournament because they have inherited Envious's record. Wait,
Yeah.
Envious, I think Envious won one game, didn't they, or did they not?
I thought Envious was 0-2 in sets.
They were 0-2 in sets, yeah. So, I mean, for set-wise, it'd be 0-3. I don't think Envy... I'm trying to remember if Envious took a game or not. I feel like they might have taken one game, but... Either way, we are going to be going into map 3 here very shortly. Interesting to see if Grouchy Desperados decides to go with Lijiang here after what just happened on King of the Hill for Nepal.
And you can't feel good about it, right? I would imagine that they don't go to Lijiang here, but, you know, Nepal was their choice, and they just got bodied on it. You'd think one of the payload maps would be a wiser choice.
Sorry about that, guys. We had a moment where my microphone decided to do all sorts of weird and crazy things. Should be fixed now. As we wait for the map 3 choice, should be Hollywood. So, Grouchy Desperados hoping to change their fate for map number 3, Hollywood.
Well, this is something that I thought that we might see too when I recommended Kings Row because the best they looked is when Mangachu was doing a lot of work as Pharah. Hollywood, another map where Pharah is not only viable but very good, especially if you get in a second stage. Second stage Hollywood with those rooftops. One of my personal favorite stages. You know, I play a lot of Pharah. That being said, just really a good map for her overall, using her vertical abilities to put the other team in a different position, a difficult position. So. Yeah, should be interesting. I think it plays more to their strengths than the King of the Hill map did for sure.
And chat still, the delay is still in effect, guys. It was fixed. Every now and then, microphone software will go a little bit wonky, but things are fixed here, and we're just waiting to get in.
Yeah, even our admin getting on it in game chat.
It's like, is it
fix your mic?
Twitch chat has been very energetic today, to say the least.
Well, I mean, we definitely appreciate everyone tuning in, you know, getting a taste of Overwatch. I think, you know, some people who got into the stress test weekend realized some things about the game. A lot of consensus was that the game is a lot harder than it looks. You know, so I guess maybe it doesn't translate that well. And then also a lot of people just kind of understanding, watching competitive a little more now that you've played it. I think it's a lot easier to engage in a game that you've played rather than one that you've only watched. So good to see that everyone tuning in and enjoying competitive Overwatch in our Overkill.gg league.
Definitely. So they're asking for ready. We're ready. The players are ready. Map number 3, Hollywood, coming right your way in just a moment. And we'll see if this is where the Desperados can kind of make their stand and maybe start moving the set more in their favor.
I think you know, it's a good map for them. Like I mentioned before, they looked really good when they were able to run a Pharah. They also had some really nice play out of their McCree. It's also a pretty decent map where you can run a McCree on nearly every point as well. You know, clearly you just got a little outbodied there on King of the Hill, but you know, so did LG and by Cloud9. It's a composition that really snowballs in momentum pretty roughly. So, you know, King of the Hill, maybe not the best way to gauge a team's competence at this point in the meta. So we'll see what happens here on Hollywood.
Yep, so taking a look here, it's going to be Team Liquid on the defense first. And we'll see if they can pull off a good point A Hollywood defense. Hollywood is definitely a map where teams can define themselves by their defense. We've seen teams have very strong point A defenses where they don't even get cracked on point A. We've seen teams hold for a very long time in the streets phase. You know, it's a map that opens itself up to a lot of strategies. Even on the opening offense, we see a lot of variety. Some teams opting for an offensive Widow, some teams going for an offensive Pharah. Just a cool map in general. And speaking of the rosters, taking a look here at the defense coming out from Team Liquid. We're going to have Mesrar on the Reinhardt, Dahang on the Mercy, Buds on the Widowmaker, AZK on McCree, Durs on Lucio, and Dummy on the Junkrat.
Yeah, defensive Junkrat's really interesting to see here. Probably going to lob some stuff over the point, but you see teams get caught in traps a lot. Junkrat's going to try to hold this high ground, kind of similar to King's Row in that aspect as well. Offensively, they are going to run nap time on the Mercy. Dump Truck will be running a Winston, looking for aggressive initiations there. Bread Expert will be on Lucio Mangachu on the offensive Widow to start out. Chronic will be on Reinhardt, and MTG on McCree. So I'm starting to get a more feel for this team. Chronic seems to be their steady Reinhardt, MTG seems to be their McCree. Everyone else a little bit more flexible. Mangachu definitely seems to be their flex player. Bread at nap time on supports, and Dump Truck another flex.
We've seen Mangachu in a bit of everything thus far, and now he's going to shoulder the burden of Widowmaker versus Buds. Buds more of a Widow specialist, so Mangachu, his work will be cut out for him here. I'll say this much, as playing a lot of Widow, it's difficult to go in and out of Widow if you're not playing it on most games, and Buds might have an early advantage here versus Mangachu. We're just going to have to see.
Yep, bloodless so far. They're definitely both waiting to see the outcome of this Widow battle. We've seen so many maps and pushes determined by this early Widow battle, but no defensive Symmetra up here too, so they did not really necessarily on the clock that most offenses are.
Yep, the offense is able to get in here. Mangachu getting into left side. They have gotten through the archway relatively unscathed, and not bad positioning from Desperados, but Buds striking first blood, able to take out Dump Truck. Mangachu looking for the pickoff in the back, not able to get just yet. 2 kills for the defense. Bud's able to get away. AZK getting onto MTG. Mangachu still looking for what he can get, and no, he's going to get taken out by AZK. So the defense, good position coming out from them to deal with the offense, and they're able to hold firm.
Yeah, offense going to have to reset there, and a high Newen already up for AZK, and has done a ton of damage on defense early on.
No one can hide.
Recon site too is really going to help out defense to kind of see any sort of push, and now that they're off They are off of the Widowmaker is Mangachu. He is on Pharah. That is going to be a daunting proposition to try to come into this sniper position.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem with going fair here is that Buds is still there. He's still on the platform, moving up and down, and he could very well just take out Mangachu immediately. So Mangachu has to be very, very careful about how he goes in here.
It's a risky proposition if you jump up as Pharah here. You're betting that you're going to hit 2 rockets before you get 1 headshot in on you, which is not really a smart bet against a sniper like Buds.
Buds almost takes out Manga there, not able to do it just yet. Looking over to the top, takes him out, and down goes Pharah. And that is why running a Pharah versus Widow is so difficult. Meanwhile, AZK with the double kill, absolutely smothering. MTG in a lot of trouble here. Down he goes. And another successful defense for the Team Liquid side.
Yeah, pretty strong hold. I mean, the idea of running a Pharah there is okay, but it's just against a sniper like Buds. You can get away with it in maybe pub play and maybe even some scrims, but Buds is not going to miss more than 1 shot. He's coming in again. He's trying. Mangachu does get in unscathed.
Yeah, he's able to get in at 113 HP. Mercy backing him up, and now he's going to go straight in for Buds, not wanting that to happen again. Gets the rockets in the back and getting some good value here. 2 kills here for the offense of Desperados, and Mangachu not done yet. Junkrat now in trouble. He's going to eat some rockets. Barrage is at the ready. You might be seeing that any moment as Dump Truck picks up a double kill. Buds, though, back on the defense, but he is sorely outgunned. Gonna get stunned out and taken out by Dump Truck.
Yeah, so a messy fight, but enough for them to take this first point, it would seem. I don't think the defense is going to be here in any time to initiate. In fact, they're even sending their McCree forward just to double check that they can capture this point. He's going to retreat back to his team, and now actually offense in a decent position, although they did just lose Dump Truck.
Yeah, now they lost Dump Truck. That's really going to hurt them momentum-wise. The defense is going to have time to set up here. Still not a bad job by Desperados to take point A. They don't get stalled out there. But we'll see what the defense of TL has in store here for the streets phase of Hollywood.
Yeah, they are set up on one of these rooftops. Really hard to take back rooftops, but it's absolutely necessary on offense. The first fight has to engage up top. I imagine Dump Truck's going to initiate as Winston. Nope, defense taking the fight to him.
Yeah, defense moving right in off that defensive sound barrier. They're smothering the payload. Chronic, though, able to take out AZK. A lot of the muscle behind Team Liquid is down here. Bread Expert on the dummy, and this is going very, very well for them. That being said, Resurrection is out. Gonna bring AZK back out, but no, he's taken out immediately by MTG. The offense with a really, really good showing here, and Team Liquid in a bit of trouble as the Desperados getting through the streets phase of Hollywood very, very quickly. TL will have another moment to defend here, but the payload's going to move from there, where we're looking at now, all the way up to about here, and that's not bad progress.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to get it through that first push of these streets phase too. You can start initiating from a different attack angle if you are actually wiped up here on defense, but we'll see how this next fight goes. Dummy starts it off, taking out MTG.
And Winston going deep in. Bud's in some trouble here, but no, the Mercy going to help him out. He's going to be able to take out Dump Truck. 5v5 right now as Mangachu takes out AZK. Both teams down a key player. We'll see if Buds is able to hold this down. Has Mangachu in his sights. Earthshatter comes down. Doesn't quite get as much as he wants. Reinhardt charges in, though. Ends up getting Durs anyways. And look at that. Manga coming in over the top. Takes out Buds. Dummy, though, with the mid-air Pharah duel, able to take out Mangachu. So really going back and forth. Barrage coming out from Dummy. Justice reigns for above. Picks up a kill there. Chronic charging in. Somehow gets launched to the rooftop. Oh, man. The places where Reinhardt goes from knockbacks. This is still going on here. They're on top of the payload. MTG with the Deadeye looking for some value. Does get 1 kill on the Durs, but it ends there. And Team Liquid, it does look like they're going to stabilize on top of the cart.
Yeah, they were in a tough spot there. They're completely outgunned, only 2 men up. They're trying to do a kind of a little back cap action. They're hoping that the rest of the team was distracted during that fight. Not distracted long enough as they get cleaned up. They're going to have to reset on offense here. They do have Dump Truck's Primal Rage up too. You could actually solo onto the limo here and maybe knock everyone else off. It's that close to the capture point.
Take a look here. Mesrar as D.Va actually has ult up. Could be dropping it in a moment. We'll see. D.Va not the most used hero in comp play nowadays. But this is actually really good sightline here for the D.Va ult. He might just pop it here in a moment. Mesrar getting on top of nap time. Almost takes him out as the D.Va. Going to get charged out here, but no. Will still survive. Down goes nap time to the D.Va melee. Meanwhile, AZK in the back gets a double kill. Interesting defense coming out from Team Liquid here, but it's working.
Yeah, they try to go cheeky again and just send Bread Expert onto the cart, so it's so close yet again. I really think they might actually try the same strategy in the next couple minutes here while the cart is close. Launching Dump Truck over there to the left, get his Primal Rage off. That health pool goes through the roof to 1,000. He's also able to knock anyone off who's trying to stall out the cart. He could cap it himself. Looks like they're just going to aggress from the right side here, maybe try to take the rooftops. Will be interesting to see, but next fight coming in.
Though. Dummy about to have a barrage up. Could absolutely explode here. Coming in from the back. Barrage is charged. Justice reigns for above.
They got it.
Gets the Reinhardt. Goes on top of the carpet. Yeah, they gave up the payload. In the end, Desperados getting what they need here because even if Team Liquid wipes them, their spawn point is pushed up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't win this game with kills. You win it with objectives, and they kind of just cheekied into the backside.
Oh no, Buds was looking for the pickoff. Found a Reinhardt charge for his trouble. And let me just say, if anyone from Blizzard is listening, can we get the linebacker Reinhardt skin?
I would love it.
Put Reinhardt in some football gear, and it would just be awesome. Think about all the tackle puns we can make.
I mean, I think you had a good case until you said that we were going to be making puns about it. That might have hurt our case.
Yeah, now it's just like, wait a second. Do we want to give them that level of power? That being said, Desperados now, 3 minutes remaining to finish out the map. Not in the worst position. Bud still staying on to the Widowmaker, though, looking for those pickoffs. This is a little bit more difficult for a defensive Widow, though. Way more ways of getting flanked.
Yeah, AZK gets knocked out of his high noon and gets Tesla down by Dump Truck, who adds Dummy to the bodies.
And look here, Mesrar going up the charge after that resurrection. Mangachu coming in over the top with the barrage. Able to take out Tahang. Buds, though, fighting right back, takes him out. And we do have an offensive resurrection coming out here, so the offense still might have a little bit of life in them. AZK, though, trying to do his best to prevent that. Takes out Chronic. A little bit of craziness over the card here. Defense, though, looking like they're about to stabilize.
Yeah, MTG does add a kill on the end towards AZK, and it's been Bread Expert all game. When you think a fight's over and you think all is lost, he's still on the cart, still making progress.
There goes Mangachu, Dummy with the nice mid-air rocket, able to keep things down. Has the barrage at the ready, could be looking for it here. In fact, he's going in the back. Justice reigns for above. Dummy with the double kill. Mesrar at the cleanup. And even though Dummy's going to go down, that's really going to delay the offensive presence of the Grouchy Desperados.
They do have a couple decent ults to work with, though. They are going to have offensive sound barrier up. They're going to be going into several ults of their own, but it'd be interesting to see if they kind of want to rotate in an offensive sniper, which is great on this last point of Hollywood. However, you would have to be the one trying to see with Buds, and he has been on fire this game.
Yep, a minute 30 remaining here. Bud still laying down the pressure as Widowmaker. Under a little bit of pressure. In fact, Winston might be heading for him in just a moment, but the Winston gonna find his match here. So many people in the defense up top here. Dump Truck could be going down in short order, but meanwhile, look at the card. MTG able to take out Mesrar, and this is not the worst showing here for the offense. They pick off 2 defenders, and Grouchy Desperados here with a chance.
Yeah, the res comes in, and here comes the offensive sound barrier to try to negate it. Buds with a pick there, too. MTG does take out Tahang for his troubles.
Dummy still alive, under fire from MTG. Down goes Dummy. And while it is back and forth, the offense making their case here. Mesrar, though, with a big kill on the Bread Expert. And the offense might be running out of steam here. Only 45 seconds remaining. They'll have 1 push left, but not a bad showing from Team Liquid here thus far.
Yeah, fair.
Look at this. The surprise Bastion is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. No one expects the surprise Bastion. Here we go.
Well, when you only have 30 seconds that you have to hold left, it is a pretty smart call here. They're running double McCrees as well. There's really no great answer for this Bastion on the current roster because they have no idea that it's there. Now they know.
And the Bastion laying down suppressing fire, going to take out that Reinhardt shield. Might need a fire strike for his trouble, but this Bastion can be a bit of a thorn in the side for Desperados. We'll see how they deal with it. Defensive sound barrier is out. Bastion still laying down the damage. Gets 1 kill in the Chronic. Reloading. Looking for more as AZK and Buds go wild in the backline. Down goes Bastion. The Resurrect's going to bring him back up. And this is looking like a hold here for Team Liquid.
Yeah, they do hold on the final point. There's some, again, moments of brilliance that came out from Grouchy Desperados. Not enough so far there to complete the map. They're going to need to hold on first point defense here.
And Reinhardt has the face of intensity in that skin as he charges in. But this is where Desperados got through a lot of the Streets phase with ease. A really nice set shot coming up from Chronic, and just lots of good W mouse 1 action.
Hammer's strong, man. Very, very strong hammer from Reinhardt. Does a ton of damage just with his melee attack, but just kind of a smart strategy there at the end to bust out the Bastion, because knowing that you only need to hold for about 30 more seconds, Even by the time they know there's a Bastion, it's too late to change composition. It's too late to do anything really about it. And that Bastion was able to crack that Reinhardt shield, which had given them trouble before, and they were able to hold there pretty easily. So a tall order now to win the map for Grouchy Desperados. They need to put up some even better defense than they faced right there.
Yep, it's really going to be all down to the Grouchy Desperado defense. Like you were mentioning, I think their best path to victory is just to hold on point A. I think if it gets to the streets phase, it's going to be pretty difficult. I mean, it's not impossible for them to do the same sort of defense that Team Liquid did, but really, I think if TL is able to get point A quickly and just move through the streets phase, they should be able to take this relatively easily. So for Desperados, they gotta be hoping for a really, really strong point A defense.
Yeah, well, they are setting up with the Symmetra, which they did not face themselves. So if they can hold 1 or 2 points, getting that teleporter up we've seen is absolutely critical for these defenses to be able to reinforce. So Bread Expert, it looks like he's going to come up with the Symmetra. They might even run a double builder composition as MTG has yet to choose his hero. They're going to, of course, run 2 Lucios to get that Symmetra out to the front lines quicker, get those sentries up. So it'll be interesting to see what they actually run. MTG does come up on McCree. Mangachu will be on the Junkrat, Naptime on Mercy, Bread Expert on the aforementioned Symmetra, Chronic on Reinhardt, and Dump Truck, the one and only Lucio.
Yep, Dump Truck going to be... What are we looking here from Maka? Jesus, crouching as... I don't even know what I'm looking at. Anyways, taking a look at the offense coming out from the side of Team Liquid. We're going to have Buds on the McCree, Mesrar on the Reinhardt, Durs on Lucio, Dahang on the Mercy, Dummy on Farah, and AZK on the McCree.
Well, he wanted to set up that trap, but he's got a very kind of noticeable gait to his walk, so if you could have heard his footsteps, you would have known it was a Junkrat there because he's got the peg leg. He's a veteran of many incidences. So he set up actually a trap here at the front with both his steel jaw and the explosive mine, trying to get an early pick just for absolutely nothing.
There it is, the offense on its way. Desperados needing to hold on for quite a while here if they want to extend the set. And down goes Mangachu's steel trap. Buds knew where it was.
Spotted at the last second. They call a game is so bugged. That's because the trap had fallen a little bit through the concrete. The trap not the most consistent on if you're able to see it or not.
Yep, so both sides poking here. Offense not going in just yet. They do know that they have a lot of time available to them, so they're just going to try and make their first attack here a good one.
Yeah, of course, already 52% on that teleporter charge. The longer this defense is able to hold and get some damage done, the better it's going to be for them. They would like prolonged fights here to get Symmetra's teleporter up.
Dummy coming in over the top, looking for some good poke. Lands 2 good rockets to start out, but Dump Truck going to take him out to start out the game. Now 65 in favor of the Desperados. We'll see how they react here. Will they rush it down, or will they just hold firm? A little bit poke up here. Durs able to take out MTG, but Dump Truck with a double kill takes out Mesrar. And the offense not quite getting the value that they were looking for here. I will note that Dahang does have a resurrection up, but is Dahang DC'd?
I'm DC'd.
I think we're all DC'd. I just got disconnected. Uh-oh.
Well, luckily it was early in the game. Hopefully this isn't down for maintenance or patch time here.
Down for maintenance or patch time, that would be a little bit rough. Not gonna lie.
Super rough. So I'm yet to be able to reconnect to BattleNet.
I am trying to reconnect to BNet as we speak. So yeah, I mean, Desperados, their defense to start out with there wasn't too bad. I think Dahang might have been able to come right back in with the Resurrection, and... Alright, I'm back in, and I'm in lobby.
Well, there's hope
so
for
I think
me.
It was just the server dying. I think that was early enough where, it shouldn't be too big of an issue with just restarting from the beginning.
No, I mean, it was pretty bloodless so far. There'd been 1 kill, I think, in the game. I'm back in lobby as well. Wunderbar.
So everyone's relogging. Hopefully we'll get back in a moment. A little bit of back and forth going in lobby chat here.
Player's not necessarily happy about it.
I don't think everyone is back in yet either. Some people disconnecting, reconnecting. Hopefully this isn't a period of server instability. We're just going to be getting kicked out all day. That would be bad.
One would hope not. We always just hope for the best. All we can do is hope and pray.
For those curious about what tick rate the servers are running on right now, the players themselves actually prefer 20 tick rate. Apparently there's a few tech issues with running 60 tick servers at the moment, even though we do have the option now.
Okay, so we're just gonna wait for everyone to get kind of back up. We're gonna hope that the game has stabilized. I think it was just a little boop, little boop in the server system.
A server-side boop.
So, of course, you can take this time to pre-order Overwatch yourself. I got my pre-order in today. I waited for way too long, and I didn't realize what I was waiting for. And then, you know what actually got me over the edge to get to the Origins Edition is the Hearthstone card back looks really cool. I played someone who had it last night, and I was like, you know what? I do want that card back.
The thing that put me over the edge in buying it, although it didn't actually remove it, was that I got tired of logging in and seeing buy Overwatch plastered on the bottom. I was just like, all right, fine.
Yeah,
I'll buy Overwatch.
Pretty effective.
Not that, of course, I was going to do so anyways, but you know, I put things off to the last minute.
Yeah, I mean,
and then I bought Overwatch and the thing was still there. It's just like, all right.
If you play other Blizzard games, it's definitely worth it. You do get Tracer and Heroes in the Storm, and I don't know, you're a Heroes veteran. You saw the intro video. What do you think of her?
For Tracer,
in Heroes of the Storm
doesn't look too. Yeah, Tracer and Heroes of the Storm looks like a good hero overall. I mean, obviously it has to be play tested. That's actually going to be coming out tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah. So you do get Tracer unlocked in Heroes of the Storm if you pre-order Origins Edition. I have the gold. I haven't played Heroes in a while, but I'll definitely check her out just to see the Salt open up in a different game for Tracer's mobility. Kind of unprecedented mobility for that genre.
It is unprecedented mobility. A lot's going to depend on her stats, though. I mean, she could be either incredibly good with good stats, or she could be way too squishy and just not have enough damage and just sort of be, okay, you have mobility, but you just die.
I think with that
with Heroes of the Storm, it could go either way.
She kind of needs to be like Lunara type of squishy, right? Like, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if not squishier, I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, a lot depends on the talents, a lot depends on overall damage tuning.
But it looks
I guess we'll find out more tomorrow.
It's just really cool. Like, I like the design of it. I haven't played Heroes in a bit, but I still follow Heroes on occasion. Watch Heroes of the Dorm, very cool. But like, she feels very Overwatch, and I think they've done a good job in that game, especially of like whatever universe the hero comes from, they still feel very much that universe. She does. I mean, just watching the video, it looked like, oh, that's Tracer from Overwatch. No mistake in it. This feels very much like. I mean, it's her exact kit, just ported over to Heroes of the Storm. So that looks good. You get her in Origins Edition as well, and you get a bunch of skins. Of course, Widow Noir skin as well, looking pretty wonderful. That's only available with the pre-purchase.
At one point, I was really hyped to use the Noir Widow skin until they came out with the Huntress Widow skin, which in my opinion is even cooler. So now it's just like, all right, well, I could use the Noir skin, but Huntress Widowmaker.
Yep.
Also, I think everyone is getting back in the game here. Yep. It looks like the lobby is filled up, and hopefully we'll be ready to go here in just a moment.
It's a pretty good comment in chat that right now we're on a 0-tick server because it's just a picture.
It's just a picture.
Quality.
Well, I mean, every now and then it's not just a picture. We've had backgrounds fly away on us for absolutely no reason.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, that's maybe overstating it because I've seen some funny stuff, but I was just watching. I mean, you and I think Slasher were casting, and you're talking about something quasi-serious, right? And then all of a sudden the background of the lobby screen just starts floating away. It was such a Poochie moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just one of those things you don't expect. It's like, of all things to break, why is your background flying away and then leaving you with this blindingly white background? I think it still can happen, actually.
Okay.
Just has not happened today.
We are getting updates in. They're asking if we're ready. If you'll type ready, that would be great. They have 625 to get to the second point cap as one of their win conditions. Of course, it's a whole lot easier if they just defend first, their secondary win condition as well.
All right, so we are getting back in. This is round number 2. On Hollywood, Team Liquid versus Desperados. Team Liquid only needs to push the cart to the end, and they will win here. Desperados not able to get to the end on their attack run, or if they simply make the same progress that Desperados did, but faster, they will also win. So multiple paths of victory here for Team Liquid as they try and close out the set 3-0.
Yeah, so defense is going to want to hold strong here for Grouchy Desperados. It's been kind of an up and down showing for them, just kind of breaking into the Overkill League play here, taking over for, of course, now defunct Envious. They've shown signs of being able to compete with these teams, and all indications and all the scrims I've watched of them show that they can compete with these teams. They're not completely blown out of the water them. They just have yet to put together a complete map, I feel. Just small mistakes here and there have cost them on different places, so we'll see. On defense, though, they are running the exact same defense that we ran through already, but I'll do it for you again as we have some new people tuning in. Bread Expert is going to be on Symmetra, trying to get teleporters up. Mangachu will be on the defensive. Junkrat maybe trying to get to that same trap down. Nap Time on Mercy. Dump Truck on Soldier 76. Chronic on Reinhardt, and MTG on McCree.
Meanwhile, looking at the offense here, we're going to have Dahang on the offensive Mercy, Durs on Lucio, Mesrar on the Reinhardt, Dummy on Pharah, and AZK and Buds rounding out a pair of double McCrees.
McCree very popular on, well, just all of Overwatch right now. It's rare that you see a game in which McCree is not at the center of it. Of course, lately we've been seeing a lot of double McCree.
Yeah, double McCree finding its way into the meta, and honestly, it's been pretty darn effective here thus far.
Yep, so it looks like he did not drop the trap down early on, did that defensive Junkrat. So now we're just going to see if it's any indication of the last game that we did see, it's going to be a very slow initiation, and that the defense is actually just going to allow them to move into the right. Right now, they're just all still posting up the car, getting their kind of poke damage in. AZK took a lot of damage early. I think that was probably a Fire Strike. Maybe an 8 or...
Fire Strike doing what, and you can tell just because look at Chronic, he's already at 41% ult charge, and that's the real danger with Fire Strike. It's not even that it kills you, though it can do that, it's that you charge up the Reinhardt ult when you get hit. That being said, Team Liquid not wasting any time, getting right in there. Bud's taking out Chronic to start out the game, but MTG, as McCree, firing right back, gets the double kill, makes it a triple kill, going absolutely wild. Could drop a Deadeye here in a moment. Here comes the Deadeye. Might not get anything, but is going to zone some of the members of Team Liquid out. Will crack the Reinhardt shield. AZK going in deep, going to get taken out by MTG. And look at MTG, man. He has been the heart of the Desperado defense, doing a lot of work. Does go down, getting immediately rezzed up. Team Liquid not out of this yet, as MTG takes down Mesrar.
Did you see that jump rat junk? Mangachu went right in on Dummy, who was left pretty much alone most of the game, doing so much spam on his Pharah, but he did a little mind jump right onto her, made her shoot a rocket and suicide herself. Nice play from Mangachu. Not on the Pharah this time, but on Junkrat.
Yeah, Mangachu now shooting the Junkrat harassment, and honestly, Junkrat very, very good here on Hollywood. Can be a huge, huge pain. Lots of good places for tires as well. And he's might be cracking this Reinhardt shield single-handedly. And look at this. So easy to harass this offensive positioning from where he's at.
Yeah, they finally get a
Dummy coming in
up too.
Dummy's coming in over the top. He will have Barrage up here in a moment. And the offensive TL able to get some good positioning here. They're going to be flying in. I think they're just waiting for that extra percent from Dummy. And Dummy going in way in the back, going to take out the teleporter. A nice teleporter snipe coming out from him. And TL is still at full strength as they move forward.
Yeah, and he's going to hang out back here and force someone to come back and deal with him. Dump Truck goes back and is able to take him out very quickly. Nice play by Dump Truck.
Meanwhile, AZK getting the back will get taken out in the end. Not quite as effective as he would have liked. Dahang going to use the Resurrection, bring up the Fallen Heroes. One of those heroes is Dummy. Or no, it's not one. The Dummy coming up with the res just about the same time. AZK on the top, looking for the Deadeye. Not going to take out Dump Truck. And Dump Truck just absolutely rolling there on that defense, able to hold in for the Desperados. And the Desperados now 2 minutes and 22 seconds away from potentially winning if they can hold here on point A.
I mean, really living up to his name, just Dump Trucking on people. He was single-handedly held this point for them in a lot of different situations. He's won all of his 1v1s so far. Takes out Dummy yet again.
Yeah, Dump Truck doing work there, stopping Dummy from getting value on his barrage. The offense really scoring on top of the point, but a defensive res going to come out. This might be all the defense needs. That being said, AZK still on top, looking for what he can get. He's going to get taken out by the Junkrat. Mesrar, one of the only people remaining. Down he goes. Another successful hold here for the Desperados.
Great position here. Bradder Expert does respawn. He has a teleporter available, which is going to help a de facto kind of resurrection, but almost more useful at times is that teleporter going to be. Now, Dummy does come up onto a Reaper trying to get some work done there. Instead of his Pharah, Mangachu runs his tire all the way back to spawn, finds nothing for it.
Yeah, tire not quite as effective as he would have liked. He will not have the tire for the next fight, and here comes the offensive Team Liquid, and they need to make something happen here because they are running out of time hacks.
Yeah, only a $120 left. They have to get something done. Dump Truck also has his tack visor up. That teleporter, like I mentioned, has gone down. We're getting kind of to the final push here, and it has to be a decisive push as well.
Yeah, look at MTG though. MTG in the back has the Deadeye. He can just hold back, activate that if they go to him, and really do a lot of damage here. Buds, though, able to take out Mangachu. AZK takes Dump Truck out. A nice flank coming in from the side of TL on the backside. McCree's doing work. Buds and AZK really setting the tone. A Resurrection is going to come out for the defense. Might not be enough, though. Team Liquid is absolutely swarming over this point.
Yeah, they are all in now. The teleporter is not going to be enough to bring them back. It was a very defensive teleporter. I kind of like the position generally, but not enough to reinforce there. Buds rolls in, gets another pick, and now they have very good presence through the street space. They're already on rooftop.
AZK and Bud's not wasting any time, rushing it down. Down goes MTG. Down goes Nap Time. They're still moving forward. It's a Lucio and 2 McCrees just absolutely causing havoc in the back line.
Yeah, but it was a pretty good hold there, too. I'm not entirely certain what our time stats are here, but it was a good enough hold that they're still alive on this map. They just need to prevent second point from getting capped.
And the offense still being really far forward. Taking a look at AZK. AZK, no fear here, looking for a good Deadeye if he can get it. Crouching around, looking for his opportunity. Defense certainly doesn't know he's there, and we'll see what comes of it. But MTG able to take out Dummy. Defense now swarming on top of the payload. Winston leading the charge. In comes the Earthshower, knocks down at least 2. Chronic, though, going to die before he gets too much more out of it. Buds with the double kill, and look at this AZK with the Deadeye, able to take out Mangachu. And Team Liquid now very much threatening towards the second point.
Right, second Deadeye comes in. They just kind of staggered those very well. Only MTG on the roof. He gets taken down as well.
And look at Dummy. Dummy really far in, has the Death Blossom. They might not be prepared for a Death Blossom here. This is very unconventional, but could have enormous results. Death Blossom coming out, takes out Bread Expert.
Well, now he's
not
an
Death Expert.
Now
he's an expert in Bread, not in Death. As Dummy takes out Mangachu as well. They do get to the point, the door is opening, and that is GG. Team Liquid going to take it in a 3-0 performance, but not a bad look for Grouchy Desperados on Hollywood. They came pretty close to getting the Hollywood defense.
No, it's pretty close. The defense looked really good on Hollywood, and again, it's their kind of first appearance in major tournament play. I have to imagine some nerves are there. Maybe it's just me. I would be nervous if I was finally out of scrims or, you know, out of the frying pan into the fire, so to speak. So again, flashes of brilliance. A couple of their players went off in big ways a bunch of times, and like we've seen teams that are newish to the scene, it just takes a matter of time of getting that cohesion and working together. But Mangachu had great games, Dump Truck had a game, MTG had a game. Of course, those are the DPSs who get all the spotlights, but without the supports keeping them alive, they wouldn't have had the games they were able to have either. So a decent first showing. They didn't get completely outclassed. So. Except maybe on King of the Hill, but King of the Hill, it's kind of weird right now.
King of the Hill right now is throw 4 Winstons into the middle and see who wins. I mean, honestly, I think a lot of it depends on what team has the better Tracer play, but it's a little bit of a chaotic situation to say the least. So play the game coming out from MTG. MTG really having himself a game here today, just in general. I mean, really good stuff coming out from him, and even though Desperados go down in their first set here of the day, not the worst showing.
Well, it bodes well for Desperados, right? We talk about it sometimes, too, that if you're going to build a team or start a team, you really need to start kind of with a top-level McCree, and you can kind of build around that from there. There's really no other hero right now that can carry as hard and go on as many streaks as McCree. Deadeye's a great tool in every situation. You almost never see him not on a map at some point. So... yeah, it's really good showing from them that they have a high-level McCree in that position. So, you know, a rough showing, but, you know, it's their first showing. We'll give them time.
That being said, our next match coming your way is going to be the one and only Cloud9 versus Team Liquid. Team Liquid getting the warm-up here versus Grouchy Desperados, but they are going to need to bring their play into another gear.
Yep. They
want to take a set off Cloud9 in just a few moments.
Yeah, Cloud9 has been so far pretty undefeated in Overkill. I'm gonna look up like the last time they lost. I feel it's been a bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, Cloud9, they've been on a really good streak. Not quite an IDD QD level streak from back in the day, but Cloud9 has been formidable, and Team Liquid is going to have to bring everything they have and more if they want to take the set off of Cloud9.
Yeah, lucky for them, the last loss is a team that is in the EU region, thus not in this Overkill conference. That is Reunited.GG. They've lost a couple maps to Reunited. The last set they lost was to Reunited GG in the NA finals of a GosuGamers GosuGamers Weekly number 10. Since then, Reunited's taken a couple maps off them. Creation took a map off them. Luminosity took a map off them, but that is their only set loss in the last 10 matches.
Indeed. So, that being said, this is Overkill.GG Overwatch League North American group stages. We're going to be taking a short break, and we will be bringing you that third set of the day, Cloud9 versus Team Liquid. Should be a good one. We'll be back in a few minutes.